Stan Gibilisco here, proprietor and operator of amateur radio station W1GV, Whiskey 1 Good Vibrations. Here to describe, or maybe better yet, to ask you a question about, just give you something to ponder. If you could have any radio in the world, any radio out there, any transceiver, transmitter-receiver combination, anything, what would it be? What would it be? I'm not sure I can answer that question for you, but I would like it to cover all bands, all frequencies, both HF and VHF, and also UHF, all the way from the 440 megahertz band down to 160 meters, which is technically in the medium frequency range, not the high frequency range, but no matter. I'd like it to be, of course, an excellent CW rig, great filters for CW. I'd like to be able to operate the bloody thing without having to program every single thing that it does into it. I don't care quite so much for the vast number of features that are offered by some radios today. If you look at some of the Kenwood and Yaesu and ICOM radios advertised in QST magazine these days, some of the really high-end rigs, wow, I mean, it looks like this thing could diagnose whether your brain is functioning properly or not. In fact, one begins to wonder whether the microprocessor in the bloody thing is more powerful than your own brain is. Whether maybe it should be operating you. But more seriously, what I'd like to have is a moderate power capability but adjustable output so that I could operate QRP if I so desired. My favorite power level is, by the way, about 10 watts output. I'd like it to be able to operate all modes, digital and sideband, and all commonly used modes. And I would like for the thing to work when I turn it on, to be reliable and to be relatively simple in that I can use it. It's something that you don't have to program, something that you can just get on and operate that thing and have yourself some QSOs if you want, or DXing if you want. My favorite activity is testing antennas in contests or trying to work DX with low power levels, things like that. That's my thing. As for, I would like to be able to have it operate split frequency, but think about the features you would like. Think about those you don't need. Do you want one of those sophisticated radios that's almost so it makes you look like the operator of the control center of the world or something like that? That you could use one of those things and do just about everything imaginable, provided you know which buttons to press. And of course you'd have to consult the operating manual, which is thick and heavy enough to be used as an effective weapon of mass destruction. Well, I think just destroying the radio. You could drop it on the radio and break the radio. But on the other hand, maybe you'd just like to be able to go back to a simpler time. Maybe you'd like an antique radio. Just think about it. Think about it, and who knows? Maybe you have more than you need now and you want to downsize. Stan Gibilisco signing off. saying 73, which means best regards in ham radio jargon, and so long, which means in my favorite language, da-da-da-da-da-da.